Jared's the type of person who doesn't go to tournaments, but he spends all day working and with the baby, and he's desperate. So you just be like, hey, there's this format, and he'll build the deck and play test with you, even though he's not even going to go to the tournament.
Oh, are you going? No.
No, but can you make a double exploit? Sure.
I think over the course of this, I built like 5 XX decks, like not a single like pairs together, but just to try and play them against other people. And,
he's like, I need my escape, dude. I need my escape.
Yeah.
Let's play. What are you playing? Anything? All right, I'll make it. Stay up till 2 a.m.
I'm a sad man.
All right, welcome everybody. We're back to the Bottomless Vault, and we've been away for a while, and I apologize for that.
I blame myself. I apologize to our tens of listeners. Having a 1.5-year-old is more complicated than I expected when it comes to scheduling, but we're back.
By the voice, you know that I'm joined by Jared Sesney, my co-host. My name is Andy Beccaro, and today we have another guest, Ryan Rudolph from Atlanta, joining us to talk about our recent event down here, Magic City Classic, our inaugural event that the Lords of Atlanta put together and ran at the mid-end of March, which I think was a great success. And we're just going to talk about it and relive the memories, I guess. Welcome, Ryan.
We're striking when the iron has got back to room temperature.
Yeah, just when everybody forgets about it. Here. What was that?
I thought the champ was going to be here.
I sent out the text. It was last minute. We were supposed to record last week, and he was ready to go. And then I kind of reached out to him yesterday. So.
Yeah, fair. I blame myself.
It's hard to get 2 people together, let alone 4 people together at the same time. We all have schedules that we need to prioritize. So here we are. I may add some more in if he comes on and does some commentary. But
anyway,
I figured just to let people know about, if you haven't heard about the Magic City Classic in Atlanta, it was an event that was run March 20th, and it was a one-day event, but we did have a Friday hangout, and the format for the event, which I think was mentioned on our previous podcast, was double X point, and double X point rules, which are also up on our website, lordsofatlanta.com, are basically you get a unified X-point decks, 2 unified X-point decks, which you put together, and they have to, if you put them together, they have to still make a legal Atlantic deck, but you do get 10 points to spend on each deck. And for the first game, you decide which deck you're going to play, deck A, and that is the deck that you will play for the game 1 of the whole tournament. This second game, you switch decks, and if there is a third game that needs to be played, then you get the opportunity to pick which deck your opponent will play. Did I get everything?
Just to reiterate, no sideboards in this event. So you're raw dogging your decks.
Correct. No sideboard, which is great.
Yeah, I think, Andy, the other thing is, for the game 3s, when you're choosing your opponent's deck, both of those decisions are made in secret so that the opponent does not know which deck you're choosing.
Right, so you can't be like,
a little bit of gamification in there.
He picked his super aggro deck. I'm going to do this because I have a better matchup. So it's all in the dark. We did shout out to Matt Weaver. We made some tokens, these custom tokens where you can use to decide kind of like, okay, I'm going to play against the first deck, and they came out really nice. And actually have some here. So that's the Lord. It's kind of
like
hard.
It's like a poker chip.
Yeah, it's a poker chip, and then the other side is 2. So Gave those out. Those were nice to help you, decide whatever. But you could do it any way you want. Dice, write it on a piece of paper or whatever. That was the format for the event. We got about 30 people that showed up. The furthest traveled was Am from New York, which is great to see. I thought it was going to be California, but some of the guys couldn't make it. So it was 5 rounds, and then we cut to a top 4. So, that's what we settled on. I guess you want to talk about Friday night first?
Yeah. Friday night was cool. We just had a casual hangout for Friday. We met at a place that was pretty close to where the venue was going to be. It was a brewery called Dr. Scofflaws. Is that right, Andy?
Yeah.
And so had a nice big space there, and it was right on a kind of like walking trail that walked down to a food hall. So people were kind of like in and out, could do whatever they wanted that night. It was fun to hang out. I think most people were in town that night. I'm trying to remember. There weren't too many people who weren't there that night, for Friday night, I don't think.
I think some of the Louisville guys showed up. They were there. I'm just trying to think. New York guys were there. Local, yeah. Most of the guys showed up. We had Q.
I think ironically, it was a lot of the local people
that didn't show up. Right? They probably had. They probably had to work and
like regular life.
and take care of their stuff. But it was fun. They had it was very low key. They had a lot of space, and we did cube. We got the cube started off quick, which was fun.
Which cube did you do? Your Legends cube? Or
no, Will Kirkwood has a. Was it like a vintage cube? Vintage up to pre-modern cube, and we did that with like 9. That was kind of fun. We did that, a lot of AAA matches, just like regular old school, just hanging out, just chilling. Some people just showed up without cards; they were just chilling out. I think Josh showed up with no cards, and he was just hanging out.
Who just wants to hang out with you people?
I don't know.
I think he showed up without cards, and he was bummed that he was like, "Oh, you already did the."
Wait, I thought that was done on purpose. No, I guess not.
Hopefully, someone that was prepared loaned him a deck to play the game.
Yeah,
I'm sure he got to play a few games.
Yeah.
The food was great, and what else can I do? I don't know. We did I did the art trivia for that, and I made this art, and I consulted Jared, and I asked after I made it, I was like, hey, take a look at this. What do you think? 1 to 10.
How did you do?
1 to 10. What's the difficulty?
I got 9 without like really racking my brain over it, and I told Andy, because we did this thing at a Sisters thing a while back where there was like 25 questions. I think me and Vince got like 23 of them or something like that. We narrowly beat it. So I'm like really good with art.
Jared's really good with art. So
when Andy sent me this, he's like, "What do you think this is like on a scale of 1 to 10?" I'm like, "This is like a solid 8, I think." Like I don't think a lot of people are gonna get a lot of these. It was probably.
I think I knew 3 of them just at a glance.
It was bad. Everybody was like. This is hard.
It's a tough thing to, hopefully he can put it up on the YouTube, but basically Andy took like little snippets of like, I mean little snippets of various Magic cards. How many were there in total again, Andy?
20.
Like
20, yeah.
Yeah, he kind of went strong on architecture, like little buildings in the background of various cards.
Big architecture guy.
Yeah. Big architecture guy. A couple little animals and people here and there, but it was mostly like architecture. And I definitely recommend checking it out. But like, if you're not one of these people that like really, really, really knows the cards, you're not going to get many of these.
I was looking, and I almost did all architecture, but then I ran out, and I was at I think I was at like 17. I was like, oh, let me make it a round number. But yeah, it was people were struggling.
I think
Chromium was a really good one. That one was driving me nuts, and I had to look it up.
I think that did the winner get 7?
I think the winner got like something like 6 or 7.
Krager was saying in the Discord that he got 9 or 8 or something like that. Yeah, like I said,
there's no way he got 9.
I was surprised that I got 9. I don't know. He said something. He said
he wrote down 9 answers.
He got. No,
I'll give him that.
He wanted to win everything that weekend.
He did. He was really like upset at himself. He's like, I can't believe I don't. What the hell is this? He was really going into the tank, but.
Well, for other TOs, I will say it does make for a great time. So if you want something fun to do on like the night before, just like, grab some snippets of Magic cards and throw them out there for people to try and guess where they're from. Because man, is it frustrating.
Yeah.
Well, I got the idea from Tim Atwood, who did the art. I think he did the art trivia for the Hydra event in Hartford. And some of the questions he had were the only one that I can remember offhand, which I'll never forget, is the Dan Frazier Berserk background pattern.
Yeah.
And he had all the 5 different cards for that, but he would just show a tiny little corner of
it. Oh yeah. I remember that. I think you sent me that.
I sent you that. Yeah. And it's like, geez, this is next level. That was the last Hydra event.
I think I got all but one of those, or maybe it was 2.
Yeah,
maybe it was 2. I can't remember. Yeah. That was pretty sweet though.
I think this year he's doing well. The Hartford Hydra event just ended, and I was talking to him. He was doing instead of art trivia. I think him and Ben Katz got together and they wanted to do like a legendary creature. I'm not going to get too much into this in case they want to talk about it, but they did a legendary creature of real people, and then just to kind of learn about people in the community. But I don't know how they're going to fit that into the trivia.
Photos, they definitely had some kind of trivia because I saw something up on like a projection screen about like who is the character they used for the Elves of Deep Shadow art or something like that.
Yeah.
So I think they still did some kind of trivia.
Yeah, I like ideas like that. I really liked the like player cards they did in those Guild House events.
Right.
Just to like kind of get to know more people.
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw those, Jared.
I did. Yeah.
They're
They're
cool.
super cool.
Is that the one where they made the deck? They did do that for NoobCon or something, or was that Guildhouse? They actually made a deck of cards.
Cause actually did them all. So they did like a player profile card for everyone that played like the Guildhouse event that time. Like added like their play style and just like random like stuff about them.
Their skills, their deficiencies,
and they made it into a deck of cards. There's one. There's one. Like, now I gotta go get it.
Yeah, he made. It's possible. Yeah, you know what? Like maybe there were some made because I think Noah Steinbaum was like handing his out to people. How's it going, Ryan?
Good.
Yeah. Sorry again about last weekend.
Oh no, it's okay. I don't really care.
Okay, here we go. This thing, old school heroes.
Oh, okay. Never seen this in my life.
Yeah, this is. Says, Dear Wizard, in this deck you will find cards describing a broad set of heroes from all over the world. Each hero has a class and scores across 5 stats. Score values are only meaningful when compared to each other. Enjoy these cards. Hopefully they will serve you well on the shores of imagination. This is just the sealed. It's still sealed, but this is specific people.
Yeah, you better not open that.
In the old school community.
Yeah. Immediate appreciation to 0.
Let's rip it.
Not that it's worth anything to begin with.
Right. But
so is that like Pro Tour players or is that like
No, this is made in the old school community. Somebody made this. One of the European guys, I think, maybe.
It never ceases to amaze me the time sucks people will get themselves involved in. That's insane, but cool.
Yeah, it'd be cool to see part 2.
Yes. I never got an
we
email.
don't
Did
have
you
to
get
talk
2
about
for
that.
me?
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
You
Well,
never got an
whatever.
email?
I'll
All
send
right.
you the money. No, I didn't.
All right. Maybe.
Okay. Well,
I
hopefully.
don't know. Email's unreliable. That's my
Yeah.
takeaway from this whole experience. Okay, so yeah, Friday event. We talked about, in addition to art trivia, we also talked about doing like a scavenger hunt. Is that what you would call it? Or bingo, or like so different achievements throughout the night. Like Lando just choose them gets you an achievement. Just different kind of like gameplay achievements. But we ended up not doing that. I think just because weren't going to have a bunch of organized play on Friday.
So there is Micah has a list that he has been making for years of different achievements in Magic the Gathering that you can do whether it be during a game or whatever. And he's also named them appropriately. And he shared this with me a long time ago. It's like insane list, and I was like, "This is perfect. I can use some of this for the bingo." There's way too much to fit in one bingo, but I can use some of it. So I couldn't find it, and I reached out to him, and he didn't get back to me until like months later. He's like, "Oh,
that sounds right."
that's because everything Micah does takes years.
Yeah, I didn't fill out the appropriate form. But no, unfortunately, he didn't reach out to me, so we didn't get to do it. But it's still there for somebody to use at some point.
Yeah.
So that's why that didn't really happen. It takes a long time to think of good stuff. But that was Friday. Saturday we had the event at a brewery in West Midtown called Bold Monk Brewery, and this is Bold Monk is the place that we kind of been meeting up for the past few months now. We actually just met there yesterday for some games, and it's every time we go there, there's like nobody there unless we make an event.
Into this, Andy.
Unless we make an event, and then it's packed with like hundreds of people. So I don't get it. But that's where we held the event initially. When we fell in love with the place, there's an awesome space that we were like, oh, this is great. This would be perfect. You know, it has light, it has tables and stuff, and then they also have a backup space. Yeah, we also have a backup space where they have this like nice cask room and stuff, which is like super. I actually took Rich and one of the guys from I think Louisville to go check it out. And I was showing them, I was like, hey, this is where we thought we were going to have the place. Isn't this really cool? And they were like, oh, this is awesome. But we didn't actually end up with those spaces because our budget is kind of not, it's very low. So they had these big events where people paid. So what's up?
I wouldn't say, like, I think the priority was, we had the factor of, we just didn't know how many people were going to be interested in coming since it was the first one that we did.
Right.
So it's hard to commit a bunch of money. And then B, like, yeah, we'd rather put that $1,500 toward charity rather than toward like booking an event space.
Right.
Sorry, Andy.
No, it's fine. So we kind of got last minute put in the outside area, but I think I stressed out over nothing. I think the weather was the weather. I instantly looked up the weather. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's going to be sunny. It's going to be 80 degrees, and this should work out. So,
And it did.
And it did. It was a nice breezeway. Everybody seemed to have a good time, and it was fine. They put up with all our...
You guys played outside?
Yeah, it was... Well, it's not outside. It is outside, yes, technically, but it's covered.
Okay.
It's like covered.
Yeah, I was going to say
everywhere.
it didn't look like that from the photos, but
it's just like
I don't know. Everyone always has these childhood stories of like, oh yeah, we used to like sit in the park and play on a picnic table. It's like, but there's always been wind. You can't fucking play Magic outside.
Yeah, they had their cards on a keychain back then.
Yeah, did you put like a rock on top of every card you put?
I mean, that does sound kind of familiar, actually.
Yeah.
Well, it looked like a nice venue.
Yeah, it worked out really well. Like Andy said, it was technically outside, but it was a very large covered space, so it didn't really have the feeling of being outside when you were there.
Ooh, getting back to the
And-
just real quick, getting back. I put down this deck of cards, but on the bottom it says created by David Montag. Well, I don't know who that
Okay.
is.
Me neither.
Just shout out to him. Okay, so
Main character of Fahrenheit 451.
I don't know.
That's Guy Montag. That's close.
Guy Montag, yeah,
No relation.
maybe.
So we kind of got there. We set up audio. Like Ryan brought like this huge speaker and kind of audio stuff. We were like taping down cables and stuff to kind of put up with us. I don't know if they knew exactly what they were getting into.
I don't think they knew what they were getting into.
And
When it comes down to it, like they have patrons there that are buying food and beer. Like, do they really care? You know what I mean? So like the place obviously looked pretty huge. Like, you know.
oh yeah, it's huge.
They had 30 like very generous people giving them money.
Right. Well, so
And I had
go ahead.
Andy, I don't know if I told you this. I had so we like taped down all the cables and stuff, all the power cables, because that was a big thing. Like the power was around the corner, the only power. So it was like, okay. So we did all that, but to get to the space, you kind of had to go in front of the front door of the place. And I taped down the cable. The first thing that happened was this 100-year-old lady with a walker.
Oh my God.
Going over the cable, and she's like, like, oh, Jesus Christ, how could this be happening? But it was fun. Everything was good.
Oh, that would have been bad. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
But yeah, we did. I'm sure we got a couple looks like people from patrons coming in like, what's going on there? And
yeah, because we were like, you had to walk past us to get in the door of the place.
Yeah. I did meet two people that kind of reached out to me in terms of what was going on. One guy lived across the street and came over. He's like, oh, I know what's going on. I know what this is. Like, this is Magic the Gathering. And he actually has his old Magic the Gathering cards, and he was all about like the old school format. He moved from New York recently. So I was like, oh, really? He's like, I played old school in New York, in Brooklyn. I was like, who did you play? Who did you play with? Like,
yeah.
But he mentioned somebody I didn't know, and I was like, that's weird. I thought I knew everybody in New York, but
14 million people.
I know, right? So we exchanged contact information, and hopefully he'll join us at some point. And
Interesting.
then there's one of the waiters was kind of interested too, but I think he's more involved in the modern kind of EDH thing. So we'll see. But we definitely put ourselves out there. And
another guy showing up with printed decks.
Right. So with 30 people, we had 5 rounds, cut to top 4. I think what else? We did put some videos on the website that Ryan had set up like a camera and stuff, like an old school. Well, actually, I'm sorry. I guess I'll let Ryan talk about this, about the videoing of it.
Okay.
You had a couple setup. You had one setup for the actual matches, and then we were videoing kind of old school style.
Yeah. I almost forgot about that. That's why Andy, that's why I was asking you to send me any of your interviews, because I have that footage. We had a couple like VHS-C camcorders that Andy's son was walking around with, and was just given to a couple other people to walk around and shoot some video. I exported all of it, but I haven't looked super closely at it. So hopefully we'll get a fun little retrospective video at some point.
Was it just people talking about their decks, or like the
I don't. it was like not directed at all. It was just
Okay.
kind of like like I said, mostly B-roll type stuff.
Yeah,
Flavor.
cool. Make a fun little vignette out of it.
Yeah, exactly. And then we had a camera set up at one table and recorded all the matches at table 2. So we've edited a couple of those, and Andy and I did commentary on a couple of them, and we'll probably do them all at some point. I felt weird because 2 of them were me, and I was like, all right, now I gotta go on there and talk about my death.
Maybe we'll get a different commentator or something.
Yeah,
I don't know.
We can get someone else. And Andy, you ended up not playing in the event. I ended up playing, but I just tried to make the simplest, like, no thinking line decks that I could possibly come up with because I knew that I would be distracted doing a bunch of other stuff. But yeah, I think we got some cool footage. I really like the way the videos are coming out that we've made so far, Andy. I don't know if maybe you think they're not good. I don't know. What do you think?
No, I think they're great.
All content is good content.
Yeah.
I admittedly have not gotten to watch one yet, which I'm really upset about, but they're in my saved queue in my YouTube. But I'm very much looking forward to it, especially Ami's deck, which apparently got to do the thing while it was on camera. But apparently didn't get to do the thing.
I don't think he made it to table 2.
Yeah.
Ami did not do as well as he had hoped in the tournament, but he made out with a lot of stuff.
A
lot of prizes.
And Girl Scout cookies.
Yeah, I don't know where that came from, but there was a huge box of Girl Scout cookies at the end that just kind of appeared out of nowhere. I guess before, the only other thing is before we actually get into talking about Magic the Gathering cards is the raffle, and we ended up raising over 2,000. What was the number I put in?
It was like 2,700.
I put the number out there. I wanted to say 23, but over $2,000 for our charity. And I grossly underestimated the degeneracy of the attendance there. There's some serious gamblers, and I ran out of raffle tickets midway. Wow. And I had to do a quick dollar store run to get more raffle tickets because people were just buying them like crazy.
Yeah, we were standing there looking around like, trying to figure out, is it possible to DoorDash raffle tickets to a bar? Like
that's like a sin worse than running out of beer.
Yeah, I know. But there were the prizes. This is one of the things that I was kind of worried about, that it wasn't going to be good enough because, we try to put together some stuff. Ryan donated some stuff. We had some of his fan project deck that he made was available. I gave some playmats that were there. And then people started donating it slowly. We had a nice Jazam Jin playmat. We had the Icy Manipulator. Oh, you're a big playmat guy. So we had the Icy Manipulator playmat that somebody donated. We had one of the LobsterCon playmats that somebody donated.
I won the LobsterCon playmat.
Yeah, that was there.
Very exciting.
We had, I'm trying to think of what else. I donated some packs that have been sitting in my closet for years. And those were super popular. And I don't even know. They're probably worth a lot more than I thought because Pre-Modern is going crazy. But one of them was a Stronghold pack. And
dude, that's Stronghold's got Mox Diamond in it, right?
Yeah, until you open it.
Yeah, those packs have got to be getting up there, dude.
They're all foreign language.
That doesn't matter.
But yeah.
Until you open it and get
Until you open it, you get something bad. But
hey, listen, Intruder Alarm is a sick Merfolk deck, dude.
But a lot of people, Am I actually ended up winning those packs. He went.
Did he really?
Yeah. So I'm telling you, he cleaned up.
He bought 3/4 of the raffle tickets.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, he did drive all the way to fucking Atlanta from the Hudson Valley, so
Right.
if you're gonna do it, you might as well do it all the way.
That's what I was joking about us giving him a prize just because he lived in upstate New York instead of in the city for the furthest distance
Yeah, we
travel.
were kind of kidding around, but then we found out he drove, so we're like, oh, okay, that's fine. But he won that, and then what else? We just had a lot of different prizes and stuff, and people, we raised a lot of money, which was awesome.
Yeah,
But not that nuts. The Stronghold booster on TCG is $120. But I mean,
It's something.
That's still a pretty pricey boosty for sure.
Well, it was a
What
pack of
else is there,
3.
Andy?
It was that Visions and what was the third
What,
one?
Mirage,
Tempest,
You like the
maybe.
whole Tempest. Okay,
no.
I don't remember.
it's from that era.
Yeah.
MI is they're in his they're in his possession, but I don't know. But yeah, let's talk about some Magic. How about that? Some Magic cards.
Decks.
Let's do some decks. How do you guys know how to do this? We're not going to go through all the 60-ish decks, but we can start at the top.
Yeah.
Well, but before we actually look at these, Andy, I'm curious to ask you, especially because you didn't want to play in the event. Although I think I did want to play testing against some of the decks that you were kind of working on. Had you played like what? So what as the creator of the format, what were you kind of expecting to see, or like did you have expectations?
I thought that it was just going to be a little bit of a watered down X Point format. Again, I don't have that much experience in X Point, but I have played a couple tournaments, and then I don't think it was going to affect the meta that much. It's just going to force people to play other decks that they may not have played with. So they may play like a blue-white whatever control deck, and then they'll just play a black deck. So I don't think it kind of forces you to warp the metagame that much, because you do have those 10 points for each deck. It was brought up that maybe 10 points across 2 decks. I don't know if that's something that people want to do, but that was something that was considered briefly. But we kind of settled in on 10 points per deck, and I didn't really think it was going to change that much, but we did have.
It didn't change a lot.
Yeah.
It was about what I expected.
All right.
I did kind of expect people to try to optimize a little more than they did, especially with proxies being available. But we saw people mostly just playing what they thought would be fun, which is nice, I think.
I know I talked about it before, when we were talking about this, the genesis of this, but I think the most interesting part for me is the lack of sideboards, and then kind of like, thinking about like, am I super soft to bottle? Like if someone's going to put 2 bottles in each of their decks, right? Or like cop red or whatever. And going through the list, it doesn't look like too many people were concerned about nor used hosers.
Well, the thing with hosers is that if you want to play them, you have to dilute both of your decks.
Yeah.
Because you can't know. You can be like, oh, I'm going to play this. I'm going to play 3 tsunamis in my mono green deck. It's like, okay, well, what if you don't play against the blue deck, but they still have a blue deck?
I'm a little surprised going through these to see, and not that there's a ton of it, but there were people blood mooning, which I'm kind of surprised about because given the nature of this, you'd think you would see decks that have more basic lands in them than not. But it seems like that was really the only hoser type card that was used maybe at all, now that I'm looking at it.
Yeah, when I looked at all the deck lists, the feeling that I got was that for people who were trying to make really good decks, they were just trying to make the best X Point deck. It wasn't like the format was less of a consideration than just, okay, well, let me just make a good X Point deck. And what can I make? What 2 good decks can I make with a, card pool that's together, rather than people being like, oh, if I play this in this deck, that means I can get this angle, and maybe I'll always play this Vice deck as my game one. Like there was less of that going on, it seemed like, and
Right.
more just like, let me just make a solid deck here.
So we can start with yours, Ryan, since you're here. You built a like a blue-white kind of control-y blue-white control list with some lions and Sarah's and counter spells, and then and then a mono black deck that's kind of just you got specters, orders, black knights, singers, blights.
Yeah.
Blight's an interesting choice, but you're playing these decks like unsleeved, right? So you weren't playing sinkholes.
Yeah. I've been on the goal of making a few different X point or like low power old school decks that I can keep in boxes. So this is kind of like feeding into that project. But these are kind of like watered down facsimiles of what I expected of decks that I expected people to play. These are the two archetypes that I thought would in double X, like, oh, if I wanted to win this tournament, I would play this blue-white splash of red, ivory towers, removal deck, and then I would play a mono black deck. And so these are just kind of like cheap facsimiles of those. And they're all right. Kind of what you expect from decks in the $50 range. But yeah, like I said, I was not really. I made no effort to do anything interesting here because I knew I was going to be distracted all day.
I'm a little surprised you opted for the rituals in the black deck since you only had one Underworld Dreams, because it seems like dudes are so easy to get rid of that Dark Ritual seems like a bit of a too much of a liability in terms of card disadvantage.
Yeah, it is. I don't like Dark Ritual just in general, but I also don't really play mono black decks, so I don't really know what I'm doing here.
I think maybe if you're heavier into Underworld Dreams, which is like obviously much harder to get rid of because there's literally 3 cards in the old school card pool that can like deal with deal with enchantment.
Yeah. It was nice to be able to jam Icy. Was pretty key in some of the wins that I managed to get with this deck. But I mean, with these mono black decks, it's just like, did you draw him or did you not draw? Did you draw the cards in the right order? Like, and if you did, you can usually win the game, and if you didn't, you will not win it. Has been my experience with mono black in general. And I used the points there on, I think, most of these mono black decks have settled on 4 hymns and a jet is correct. I didn't really want to play a jet in here, so I went 3 hymns and a mind twist, which is makes the rituals more palatable. And then the other deck is just a pretty standard blue-white tempo 1-for-1, gain incremental advantage until you win the game. Honestly, you'd probably rather play Javelineers here than Lions. But I wanted this to be whiteboarded, and I didn't have time to erase any Javelineer borders.
A great thing about the fact that you weren't playing sleeved is that you were paired up, I believe, the first round against the other unsleeved deck, and so we got it on tape. We videoed it, and there was like zero glare. It was great.
Nice.
Yeah, that was fun. But yeah, I don't know. For anyone who doesn't know me, don't read into these decks too much. This is not really the way I like to approach Magic.
Ryan's Discord handle is MTG Curiosities, by the way. So
it was nice to have nice, easy decks to play, and just get out of my rounds and get back to answering questions.
Maybe we should just do the top 4 Spice top 4 placing.
And then just start there.
Stick with that.
See if anything else pops out.
So let's see. Spice finalists, they were at the top here. Okay, so Jason Hathaway if we start it from the top of spice. Do you want me to actually read these lists, Andy, or is it going to annoy everybody that if I read 16 deck lists?
Well, we're only reading. I get. There's only 4 spicy decks. Like, you know.
Well, yeah, but that's 8. So then if you do the
yeah.
I think without completely reading the deck list, we can just kind of talk about them.
I'll just put a picture up and we could just generally talk about this. I think this was a Greg had the eventual winner. He pulled me aside. He's like, dude, I played this guy. You need to consider him for spice. Like, he was spicing hard. And he told me about this deck beforehand. And basically Jason ran what was did you put the title of this guy's of the deck? Orcs need no points. So it was 0 points that he used, and he basically played an orcs deck. So right off the bat, he's already winning. And just, I don't even know if there are any other orcs left in old school. He played the orcish captain, the orcish spy, orcish artillery, iron claw. I can't think of any other orcs there are, but
there's brass claw.
Oh, brass claw. That's true. Brass claw. Oh, actually, those are pretty good. Actually, I wonder why did he play those.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised he went with the iron claw orcs over the brass claw orcs. To be honest with you,
but anyway,
pretty cool.
And he's got a brass man.
He's got the miser's brass.
I don't know if he talked to Ian before the tournament.
Yeah, he must have. Ian probably. You know what? I wouldn't be surprised if Ian handed him that brass man.
He photobombed.
Yeah, and he just like fucking put it in the deck.
Photobomb the.
I will say no. I know that this photo. So one interesting thing about this deck is this is the first deck photo that was submitted for the entire tournament.
Really?
Oh, really?
So this was locked in long before the tournament started. And this one, I tried to not look at the deck list before, but since this, like I said, this was the first one, I was like, let me make sure this form is working and everything. Yeah. And I opened it up and I was like, oh, here we go.
That's
it's
awesome.
Got 2 immolations.
I see, like, you know, we talked about this, you know, before with like 7 point and that kind of thing, but like, dude, immolation is such a great removal card, like especially for like togs and specters, and like especially when you're playing bolts, right? Because it gives you a little bit more removal where you're not wasting one of your bolts to kill an X2 or one that you like literally can't kill with a bolt like Tog. So I think immolation is really good. I mean, I think even with like, you know, if he gets swings with the artillery, you can just slap on an artillery to pinch and like, you know, go to town. But you like to see it with cards like Idwin Efreet or that kind of thing. But it's still a great piece of removal in my opinion.
Or even if they're like tapped out, put it on the Dragon Whelp. Get extra in there.
So this one spoke to me. The way I did the spicy, I didn't know whose deck was whose. Like Ryan knew which deck pertained to the player, but I didn't know. So I just looked at the pictures. I kind of narrowed it down to like 8 spicy decks, and then we just had a committee, just to locals say, hey, which one? Right. How would you rank these? And we kind of figured it out that way. So
we also realized during our voting, it's like someone could win first and second place, which would have been kind of cool in my opinion, but it did not happen.
Yeah. All right, so that's his. Who else is?
Well, that's his one deck. So his other deck is like it's called in which Acacia Falls, and it's a lot of Fallen Empire's white dudes.
Yeah, this was popular. A lot of mono white decks.
Yeah,
I saw. So
yeah, he went off the beaten path a little bit here. He's got a couple Ication priests. He's got and great art selection. He's got 4 Ication infantry, which is a card I think is underplayed personally, but not.
Those 2, those Drew Tucker arts are so great.
Yeah. I actually have a matted print of that art that I bought from Drew. But like hard on 4 Ication lieutenants, like, but then only went with 2 Crusades in the deck, which I probably would have pushed Crusade a little bit harder with so many like pumpable dudes on the ground
Right.
because he's only got a couple Sarahs and he's got 3 Armageddons. So I guess he's really trying to get in hard here, which good on him. But cool deck. I think the Orc one might have a little more flavor than this, but that's why he got a Spice Prize.
Yeah.
So next up, we have Matt Weaver, and Matt was okay.
Okay, yeah.
Matt looks like he loves some red green because that's both of his decks, and he's got a little white splash in one of them. Oh, okay. No, he's okay. So his first deck here that I'm looking at, it's called High Voltage. He's got 12 bolts in it, essentially, with 4 chains, 4 lightning bolts, and 4 ball lightnings.
Yeah.
In a deck that also plays Basic Forest, which is
that 3 Kurt Apes? That's interesting.
Yeah, so this is the deck that Matt played at the Orb Invitational last time that I played against him, and he just ran it back. This is a very aggressive, super pedal to the metal. Did I get there kind of deck? And so it's pretty. He didn't really change much there, but the reason why I won the Spice Prize was his Altar of the Phoenix deck.
Yeah. So Altar of the Phoenix, he's got another red-green deck splashing white solely for disenchant, but he's playing some Rook Eggs, 3 copies of Ashnod's Altar, some Fireballs, Earthquakes, and then the coup de grace is a couple copies of Living Plane. So he's trying to turn your lands into dudes and then kill them all and have bigger dudes left.
Or just fireball.
Or turn his lands into mana.
Yeah. Or
dudes into mana.
Yeah.
I do like the channel too. I'm a big fan of any deck that. Green decks that play channel.
Yeah, he does. He does have some ramp with 4 birds in there, so he could potentially get there. I'm not sure if I like the channel fireball in a deck that doesn't have any bolts in it, but he's got other ways to a couple 3 fireballs, 3 disintegrates, so he can get there regardless. But yeah, this is a very cool deck. Did this how he performed?
I think
Play-wise,
he did okay. I think.
Okay, he did okay.
Yeah, I don't think we ever, Andy. I don't think we ever published the standings.
The standings, yeah. I don't recall seeing them, but they're not on the tournament report. But that's fine. We're not really here to grind out percentages, are we?
One note on this deck was the name. I think this was like 3rd or 4th place Spice, and we did note that it may have been higher if there was actually a Phoenix in the deck, but
like a Firestorm Phoenix.
Yeah,
that would be sick.
He messed up.
But it's called Altar of the Phoenix, and we were very disappointed by that.
Yeah, well, the problem with Firestorm Phoenix is like Living Plane and Ashnod's Altar. So like recalling Firestorm Phoenix seems like a pretty much a little bit of a nombo,
Yeah.
Exercise in futility, to say the least. But super cool deck.
Okay. The next one would be Grayson Saint. He's from Louisville. He's Louisville Leviathans group, and he had a deck. It was called Rockier Valleys, which was interesting.
Well, so you could imagine by that name, he's got 3 copies of Diamond Valley and 4 copies of Rook Egg, and he's trying to dump him in the yard, get himself some Rook. He's like man after my own heart. He's got a couple copies of Resurrection in there.
Nice
to bring his eggs back and refry them. And then he's just got a bunch of good flyers. He's got 4 Sarahs, 3 Granite Gargoyles, a couple Earthquakes, couple copies of Disharmony, which is always cool when it works.
Yeah. So this was cool.
Yeah. No Preacher here.
Yeah, no Preacher. Kind of surprising. And also kind of surprising that he went with all Flyers and then only played 2 Earthquakes. But and also, maybe he doesn't own them, but I think Falling Star would have been probably great here as well. But
yeah, that's true.
But cool deck. Always love a Valley Rook deck. And then his other pile is a looks like a green blue kind of berserk deck. Kind of standard with Flying Men, Sprites, Dibs and Ernie's, Unstable Mutations, Berserks, and Giant Growths.
Yeah.
So
I'll get there quickly or I'll lose.
yeah, or I'll definitely lose. I mean, he expended his points on the Time Twister and the Time Walk in this deck, which, you know, with this kind of deck, you know, they can certainly Time Twister and Time Walk can make all the difference. So I think he probably spent his points wisely there. Be curious to see how this deck performed, because like this kind of deck is like, you know, viable-ish in normal old school.
And then the last one, MI Rebar, Living La
We have
La Vida
another
Plana.
deck with Living La Vida Plana.
This is this Living Plains. It's I think this is the last tournament it's going to win Spice, because now everybody's playing it. Apparently. So
Living No to our listeners. Living Plane is no longer spicy. It's
we're numb to it.
We've de-spiced Living Plane. It is now Cool Ranch.
I do like that there are two decks with.
Should we put up a spice list, like top 5 spice cards to look out for? Like, I feel like Living Plane was there, maybe like the third or second, and then now it's off the list.
Yeah, like it should be like a watch list.
A watch list.
We fear this
college
is like
football rankings.
Yeah.
The little down arrow, down 4 slots.
Down 4 slots.
Or like a top 40 rankings.
Since Am I won, and these are pretty elegant and easy to read, I will read off his double X point list for winning Spice. So Mi's got 4 Living Planes, 3 Fast Bond, 3 Sylvan Library, 4 Falling Star, 3 Fireball, 3 Astronaut's Altar, 4 Divine Offering, Wheel of Fortune, Regrowth, Chaos Orb, Soul Ring, 1 Candelabra, 1 Bazaar of Baghdad, 4 Desert, 1 Pendlehaven, 1 Basic Mountain, 4 Tega, 4 Maze of Ith, 2 Caracas, 4 Plateau, 2 Basic Forest, 1 Basic Plains, 3 Tabernacle, which probably should be pointed, but since Am I is the only person that's ever played them in X Point, they're not, and 4 Savannas. So similar to Matt's deck a little bit, he's doing Living Plane, Astronaut's Altar, except you know, Am I's trying to churn through his deck with Bazaar, put lands in play with Fast Bond, and, you know, get Living Plane, Falling Star going, and just trying to stay ahead. But then he's also got the, you know, Caracas, Tabernacle gag in there. Super cool deck. We had actually talked about this when we did our Living Plane episode a while ago, that like this version of Living Plane was one that hadn't been done yet, like the combo version, and this is that.
Yeah. Did he use his disenchants in the other deck? Is this why?
I was about to ask that.
He did. He did.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. That makes sense.
Yeah. So MI's other deck, which he goes from Living La Vida Plana to Deck 2.
It's like, I gotta win some games. I gotta win some matches.
Ironically, Deck 2 that's what I expected to see more of in this event,
right?
And we didn't see it very much.
So MI's other deck is the exact opposite of Living La Vida Plana. He's doing like just a Ivory Tower, like oops all answers kind of deck here. So he's got 4 Tundra, Library of Alexandria, 3 Icy Manipulator, 2 Wrath of God. Let's see, that's going to be 11 basic islands, a strip mine, a Caracas, 7 basic planes, a Tormod's Crypt, Mox Sapphire, Time Twister, Mana Drain, 2 Recall, 3 Jam Day Tome, 1 Spell Blast, 2 Power Sink, 4 Ivory Tower, 4 Counterspell, 2 Control Magic, 4 Swords to Plowshares, and 4 Disenchants. So like this is like, you know, he's trying not to do anything basically.
Yeah. And I don't think this is, to me, is not an optimized version of this, but I expected to see a bunch of
this
decks in this space.
Yeah.
Sure. And I think, you know, if you wanted to win, you would play a deck like this and you would play mono black, was what I was expecting going into this tournament, is people playing those 2 decks together. But we can come back to that. We can talk more about 4 Divine Offerings.
I think the tower deck does get more difficult without land tax, and like we were kind of lightly discussing earlier, like it's really hard to play a deck with even 3 land tax in it when that's what you're trying to do. Where I think you could probably get away with it here, but Time Twister is obviously pretty integral to this deck, as are the recalls. So trying to shoehorn even a single copy of land tax in here would be hard. So I think it kind of waters this deck down a little bit.
I don't think this deck really needs land tax necessarily. I think you just sit there and tower and like let volume build up, play Wrath of God. Like you're just filling up your hand, gaining life. Opponents going wide, play Wrath. Yeah. The thing to me, I think I would play mazes here instead of, but they're in the other deck. I guess.
I'm not sure if he needed I'm actually surprised there weren't more deserts, just because it's like a really heavy X point thing. But I think MI would have been okay with probably splitting the mazes between the two.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Because I think the deserts probably did a fair amount of heavy lifting for him.
I mean, he also has just tons of removal.
And he's got 3 fucking tabernacles. So
right.
But
play him if you got him, I guess.
Yeah. Well, I've become pretty good friends with MI since he joined, and we did a lot of play testing for these things, and like these were definitely the kind of decks that like they either did absolutely nothing or like he locked me out really, really fast. The game was just over.
Jared's the type of person who doesn't go to tournaments, but he spends all day working and with the baby, and he's desperate. So you just be like, hey, there's this format, and he'll build the deck and play test with you, even though he's not even going to go to the tournament.
Oh, are you going? No.
But can you make a double exploit? Sure.
I think over the course of this, I built like 5 XX decks, like not a single like pairs together, but just to try and play them against other people. And,
he's like, I need my escape. Dude, I need my escape. Let's play. What are you playing? Anything? All right, I'll make it. Stay up till 2 a.m.
I'm a sad man.
All right, let's go to the top 4. We could start off with friend to the show, Rich Arvalo.
Oh, friend of the pod.
Who was predicted to win this thing, but
Richie revised.
Didn't
predicted
get there.
To win with 3 copies of Dancing Scimitar in his list.
Yeah.
So Rich did admirably with 4th
No, he did well.
And coincidentally, in the Neos, which concurrently ran double X point for their, I think he got 3rd or a third seed. No, he got third place. So I guess he kind of figured out how to not win.
He won the Neos.
Oh, did he?
The Neos? Yeah, no, he won.
Oh, that's right. He did win it. Yeah. Oh, that's right. He was third seed in the top.
Third seed. Yeah. If you want to see the match, that was one of the matches we commentated and we put it out there. So
we did that one live.
Take a look at the video. It's cool. It's a good video.
Nice job, Rich. Nice job. So yeah, Rich did a shop deck with Parfait. So he's got his ices and his winter orbs. And I in playtesting, I'm the one that talked him into the scimitars, and he said they were great.
He's been very suggestible on those last 3 slots. I think they were Brassmen for a while.
No, we did Brassman, we did Yotian Soldier, we did Clay Statue, we landed on scimitars.
Nice.
But a Tron deck, you love to see it. Super cool. I mean, honestly, it's got workshops in it, so you can never call it spicy. But he's playing Tron as well, so it's pretty cool.
I mean, the Winter Orbs are the card that really makes this thing.
Yeah.
If he can slam that after playing a big creature, it plays like any other like Armageddon deck. It's just like, okay, let me do the thing and then lock you out as much as I can.
Yeah.
And he has all the requisite tools to do it between the Relic Barrier and the IC.
Yep. Yeah. I mean, you could put the Parfait package in a lot of piles, but in this one, it's particularly strong for sure. So yeah, and then for his other deck, he went with the I think Lucas Glavin was probably the first person to popularize this, but the 4-color hymn deck. So
Yeah.
four hymns, hippie sedge trolls, a couple Juzams, a couple counterspells, a couple bolts. It's got side blast books. It's like
A lot of good cards.
Yeah, a lot of good cards.
Yeah, a lot of good cards.
Yeah. This is one of the decks that could absolutely get rinsed by Blood Moon.
Yep. It's fragile.
Yeah, it is very fragile. He's got no basics. He's got 1 planes for 2 disenchants.
I mean, even beyond Blood Moon, just like it's fragile to any land destruction removal. Just like
yeah.
The mana base is just so spread out.
Yep.
Then we have third place is Jonathan Sparks. Also,
and he has nothing to say about this deck. That's so funny.
The what?
I like
the 4-color hymn. The 4. I mean, we've seen it before. Yeah. Like, what are we gonna say?
We've seen it.
All right. Why do you play the Daryl lore? I mean, you would play another Pump Night instead. I don't know, man.
Why don't you play the 3rd Juzo, you coward?
What are you doing here?
All right, which one are we looking at? Jonathan's which one?
I like how John realized after he took his first deck photo that there was a glare in the middle of it, and then clearly positioned his head over the second one, so there's like a shadow over the center of the deck.
It's because the second uses the black cards, so it's like darker.
Yeah, it's darker.
Yeah, so John's deck 1 is a Paul Da Silva-esque Bant bullshit deck with birds and a couple of No one really cares about this kind of deck anymore.
All right, we're not biased.
Then his other one's a black-red deck that, like, this is. I feel like this black-red deck is the most X-pointy of X-point decks. You tell me how you feel on that, Ryan. But like the black-red deck is just like, to me, I just look at it and just go X-point. It could have 40 points in it or 0, and it's just X-point.
Yeah, it's got good cards. He opted for a lot more creatures.
Yeah.
Than some of the other ones we've seen, but yeah, and the four rituals. Very X-point when your ramp options are limited. We said that we actually have done videos with 2 of Jonathan's matches because he was at the top. He was at table 2 a lot.
Sure.
And we thought very interesting was choosing Mox Ruby over Hymn to Torah. Seems like a strange choice.
Mox Ruby over.
Oh, he only plays 3 hymns.
Yeah,
I think I'll say this, Ryan. I think maybe his reason for that is the Sedge Trolls and the Juzams because they're both 4-drop. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like,
you
got the Soul Ring the other deck. That would be the only thing that I could think of.
Him's so good though.
Him is rather good.
It's underpointed probably, but probably too many points at 3 points. So
yeah,
it's stuck in that weird middle space.
Yeah, you really with this kind of deck, you really want to stick like you really want to go like fire out one of your 2 or 3 drops, then get that either Juzam or Sedge Troll down. But like with the Sedge Troll, it's a little trickier because you want to have that black mana up. So right. I kind of get the mana rocks, but
I also thought Terror was weird in here, and I will say to make Jonathan's case a little stronger, he's like very new to any old school meta. And he was talking about it. He was like, I played old school for the first time, and I just kept losing, and I was like, no, I'm gonna figure this out.
Yeah, I think he came to a meetup and
third place. Yeah.
He came to a meetup and like I think he says he lost like every game or something, and he was like, "Wait a second, I think I'm approaching this the wrong way." So he like dialed in and he was like, "Okay, let me do some stuff here. Let me get a little bit more."
My first meetup, the first person I played was Ty, and Ty was playing a fucking white weenie deck, and he like absolutely destroyed me in like 4 turns. I'm like, all right, cool. I'm just gonna go home now.
Wait, Jared, you don't need to leave. It's not single elimination. Oh, okay. We can play again. Okay.
I'm gonna say he probably got the terrors in this deck. He's got 3 copies of terror in the black red deck, and that's only because if you look at his other deck, he's got 4 Sarahs and 4 Sarah Dibs, and he's like, I can't beat either one of those cards, so I'm gonna put terrors.
Yeah.
He thought he had to play the decks against each other.
yeah.
What is this double X point?
All right.
Yeah, that brings us to our winner. Oh no, I'm sorry.
Second place.
No, that's the second place for arguably one of the biggest losers in all of old school, Josh Bergoa.
Wow.
Well, I
love you, Josh.
So that's why I know he's such a giant piece of garbage. So Josh also did the Geddon thing, which we just previously discussed. Although he's a little bit different than John. He opted for the Lion Pixie. This is very De Silva-y. We should call this Ride Paul into the Sunset deck. And he's got 7th edition Birds of Paradise. Josh, you are trash, dude. Trash.
They're big on the pre-modern.
They like
the Alpha to Alliances, so maybe they're a little lenient.
And he's got the Time Elemental Sarah Angel signed by Amy Weber.
Yeah,
super cool, man. Good job. Then I'm on a black deck, which I'm surprised looking at the rest of these lists there wasn't more of these because it's just such a. I mean, not that there's a handful, but I legitimately thought there would be more only because of the accessibility of playing just the mono.
So did I. I mean, it's like biggest first old school deck. It's just that's what it's. If you're new to this is an easy thing to build for sure.
Yeah,
and not this way, but in general.
Right. Yeah. No, Josh has got a couple Guardian Beasts. He did go for the full 4 hymns, probably correctly. He does have 4 Jews M's with the Guardian Beasts and he's got a couple discs and icy. So I can kind of see the ritual here. I mean, ritual until hymn sinkhole or something like that is absolutely backbreaking. So
yeah, Josh K. I mean, his decks are pretty competitive here, but once he saw the trophy. He was locked in. He was like, "This trophy I gotta win this thing." So he was locked in. He started playing tight. Him and Ian both saw the trophy and they were like, "Oh, I really want this really badly."
I talked to him a little bit about Guardian Beast. I'm kind of surprised that doesn't get more play just as a 4-drop body with an upside. I guess Bottle hits it in old school, but Bottle doesn't come around too often in X points.
Dude, I'll tell you what, had I actually made it down for this, I would have definitely done two bottles in each deck. I 100% would have done it and been that guy, but I can't believe that no one has City of Bottle in it. I don't think a single one of these books has a goddamn City and a Bottle in it. And it would have been good against pretty much every list.
Everybody's does it.
It 100% would have been what I was doing. Just no question. Because Arabian Creatures are so good. I do think Guardian Beast is another one of those accessibility cards. Honestly, Ryan, I think a lot of people don't owe them. In fact, it's one of the weird cards that I don't own yet, but it's on my list of the next thing to buy 3 or 4 copies of. It's such a
I have that list of will I ever buy these? I don't know.
Yeah. Instead, I decided to be like Andy and get set a drop of honey first, like a weirdo. But it's definitely on my list for sure.
So good.
Yeah, I love drop of honey.
Who doesn't? All right, so that brings us to the champion, Greg Krager. And he's a red mage at heart, clearly.
Big time red guy.
Yeah.
Hopefully we will have him on soon, but...
Remember, Greg did an episode with Mano quite a while ago where I think they were talking about Fork at length. So, but he does play a lot of red cards, and honestly, it was great to see this. Just a lot of mountains winning this. So he went big red with deck 1. Definitely a pile after my own heart. He's got 4 candelabras, 3 mazes, 4 Shivens.
Oh, four mazes, yeah. He's got an altar on one of them.
Yeah, he's got an altar on there. You know, yeah. I mean, he won. I'll just read the fucking list out. So he's got. Let's see. I got to count how many mountains he's got, which is always important. 5, 10, 15, 20. He's got 25 mountains. Wow.
So many.
Okay, yeah, it's 25 mountains. Four. He put the one candelabra over the other side, which is driving
Yeah.
me crazy. But he's got 4 candelabras, 4 mazes. Love to see it. 1 earthquake, chaos orb, soul ring, black lotus, 1 jam day tome, 4 disintegrates, 4 fireballs, 4 dragon whelp, 1 rock hydra, spicy, 4 shivan dragons, 4 golem and 4 idwin efreets. So very elegant this list in red. A lot of 4
Yeah.
ofs, a lot of red cards, and I honestly love this kind of list. I played it myself fairly often because I have all these cards and I fucking love playing them. So this is cool as hell.
22
Andy-
mountains. He didn't really lay it out well to be
Was
able.
it- is it 22?
22? Yeah, it's difficult to
22.
count, but I
Okay.
just checked. But yeah,
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, I was trying to use my
not-
mouse pointer.
yeah, not a
very
great
well.
layout.
Andy, so I think in our Spice Top 40, Candelabra's probably gone down.
It's gone
a little
down.
bit right
Yeah,
now, right?
candelabra.
It's going down.
I'm not sure it's been. It's just you don't see it that often, but I don't know if it's that spicy unless you're using it somehow for like
yeah,
power
so-
surge or something.
Nice. Jared's got the candelabra. I do really like that playmat. I think, yeah, and we talked about this deck at length in one of our videos, Andy. But here, Greg can just ignore anything that's going on with
Yeah,
the 4
no,
mazes and 4 candelabras. It's
Yeah.
just
You don't.
You can
You,
just
you,
turn
you
off
literally don't care.
all
Like, you want to get
Yeah.
you want to get a Yidwin on the board, and then just like fucking put Gauntlet of Might in play, and then cast a Shivan, and the game's
Yeah.
probably over.
Yeah.
And I think in a format that doesn't have sideboards, it just kind of shines the direct damage to the face.
Yeah,
because
yeah.
Nobody's running COP red. Nobody's, so.
I think as I cruised through these, I think I maybe saw one deck that had Ab Miser's copy of Cop Red in it.
Did I play it? I've been known to play it at X Point. I don't think
I thought maybe
No,
somebody would play Greater Realm of Preservation.
Yeah,
or
Greater
something.
Realm is definitely an X Point sweetheart. I don't hate that, and some of these white decks, I'm kind of surprised that I didn't see it because some of them, like the white weenie decks, like could certainly stand to run
Yeah.
it. But no.
But yeah,
I think so. Sorry. go
yeah,
ahead.
and we do. If anyone wants to see these decks, Greg play these decks against Jonathan. We do have video of that, and it's really interesting to see the all the interactions between the maze and the candelabras and the Yidwins, because you can go in with your Yidwin, you can block, check out the results of the coin flip. Oh, I lost the flip. Okay, I'll maze this guy who I blocked the Yidwin with. And it's just a good deck. It's hard to beat without, like you said, a lot of those sideboard cards.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm a big fan of decks where like you said, like you don't give a shit what your opponent's
Right.
doing, and like the deck is like
Well,
does not.
You have to have very specific. It has very specific vectors to do what it wants to do. So most decks are like, oh, I'll destroy this creature. Like your ways to beat it are usually built into the deck, but this is all of the defense is land. So if you can't destroy land, you're not going to be able to get through.
Yeah,
And all of the offense is direct damage or big creatures. And it's like, okay, well, I can't stop that with a lightning bolt or a Psy Blast.
And he's also with the gauntlets, he's multiplying pretty much his own mana. And like for his opponent, it's probably not doing anything. But for him with the candelabras and 8 X spells, like, he's having all the fun.
I just love the vectors of this deck attacks from and defense from are just so off kilter from every other old school deck that no one's main deck is really like built to deal with this kind of thing.
Yep. So great choice there. And then for deck 2, he opted for a red-blue deck. So he's got 4 lightning bolts, 4 goblin grenades, 4 psionic blasts. Oh, he's got 4 Serendib Efreets. He snuck in a regrowth for good measure. Ancestral Recall, probably to bring that card back. 4 Black Vice, 4 Chain Lightning, 4 Goblin King, 4 Goblins of the Flarg, 4 Goblin Bloom Brigade, 1 Wheel of Fortune. And then his mana is, let's see, 4 Basic Mountains, 4 Volcanic Island, 4 Tega, 1 Pendlehaven, 1 Mishra's Factory, 2 basic islands, 4 City of Brass, and a strip mine.
Yeah, this is more red deck. More red deck wins, but he ran out of red cards. So he's
red cards,
the next color to consider is blue.
So we're gonna put in the best, arguably one of the best blue spells and the best blue creature plus ancestral.
Yeah,
just good. Just seeing old school players try to square the goblin grenade problem is always just fun to watch because you can't remove it in response. So you're sitting there you're like, am I really going to swords this goblins in the flag now because I'm at 7? Like, what do I do? So it's a fun problem to watch players try to solve. Also fun to watch the pilot decide, like, hey, when do I lose this goblin in order to deal 5 damage?
Right. So that's kind of rounds out the top tables and the spice.
If you think about it, he's got over 60 points of direct damage in this deck.
It's so much.
Like he's got enough to deal with
3 decks,
opposition threats, and still apply pressure. So again, like this is the kind of thing that, like, after a sideboard, maybe less good, but like with no sideboards, I mean, this deck is just like you said, pedal to the metal, all fucking gas. Let's fucking go.
Yeah, I would love to talk to Greg
and the other
see if like that was his consideration going into this, was like, oh, these decks are extra good because of no sideboards. I wonder how much that crossed his mind.
Yeah. I think the first deck is super good because of no sideboard.
Grab them, because like now that we talked about the whole thing, maybe we just grab him for like 20 or 30 minutes at some point during the week. Because I also want to break his balls about beating him for Spice Master in the Winter Derby a couple of years ago, which I know he was salty about.
Wow, that's a long time to wait. Like, hey, you remember back in 2024 when
I promise you, Andy, he will remember.
Oh my goodness!
But yeah, congrats. Honestly, I was stoked to see this one because like the big red deck is just so near and dear to me, and it's just such a sweet list. And goblins, like they're tough to make it work, but this is again very elegant, just very aggressive, oppressive deck. Love to see it.
Yeah, awesome.
All right. Anything else? Anything else you guys want to talk about? Like anything good?
I think we're gonna wrap it up just around there. I think we talked about a lot.
Yeah.
Shout out to my buddy Dom Dotterer for playing Stasis in this.
Shout out to Dom for making the trek down here.
Somewhere in this report, there's a picture of me like holding my head, trying to decide when to scoop to Dom Stasis.
If whenever you're thinking about it, that's the time.
It's just way past time.
Yeah, like I said, we had some awesome pictures, and I don't think we mentioned that one of Ryan's friends came out and he took like film. He had a film camera, and he took some super high quality.
Some more still too.
We have a lot of great like film shots and. Just like document the event and just random stuff throughout the day, and it's it's all on the Lords of Atlanta website. You can go check it out, and we have the video as well. We'll probably come out with a couple more videos just as soon as we finish commenting. We have to find a comment. Maybe Jared, if you want to commentate, we could have you on.
Would love to.
But yeah, that's about it. I want to, thanks to everybody who showed up. Ryan, thanks for everything you did. You took care of a lot of the stuff, just in the background and website and all this stuff.
Look at that beautiful, tatted up.
Look at that. Juggernaut. Oh, Juggernaut's so good. And shout out to Junior. He helped out selling tickets and running around.
He did a lot. He did more work than most of the people there.
He was really excited. He wanted to play. He had 2 decks ready, but then he was like he also wanted to like kind of run the tournament. So I was like, all right, whatever you want to do.
Like father, like son.
So he helped out big
I'm gonna grow
time.
up to be a tournament organizer like that.
Did he build his own decks, Andy, or did you give him more decks with bad mana in them to
No, he
frustrate
built
your
his own
kid?
decks, and then I kind of fine tuned it a little bit. But it's all the
Y'all
cards
got a
he
couple
wanted to
games
play.
in.
So
Yeah. Y'all got a couple games in at the end of the day too.
Andy brought his kid to one of the meetups like in Zeppelin Hall in Jersey City, and I'm looking over at his hand. I'm like, who built that deck? And he's like, my dad did. I'm like, you can't cast those cards. The poor kid's staring at an air elemental for like 30 turns. He just never gets another island.
he's got like the personal incarnation with like nothing but swamps and forests in play and like one plains. It's so.
Andy did tell me the other day the big thing for this year is he's going to introduce Junior to dual lands.
Yeah, I'm gonna get some stuff, and then we'll blow his mind. He's gonna be able to cast his spells a little bit more dependably soon.
Yeah.
So
we wanted him to learn the rules before you let him cast spells.
Right. Yeah. So
well, make sure you get him some Chronicle Cities of Brass before they're like $900 a piece.
I also want to shout out. Who else do I shout out? Matt Weaver. He made the trophy, which was a huge hit. It was like a 3D printed.
Make sure you put a picture of that trophy.
You should make the trophy the backdrop for the pod. I think so that way everyone can see it because it's pretty exceptional.
Yeah, it's pretty insane. Which I didn't even know about. Nobody knew about it. He texted me a picture of it like a few days before. He's like, "Hey, this is the trophy." I was like, "Oh, that's
the
crazy."
The reveal for it was so funny. He just like came in totally blind to one of the channels. He's like, "Hey guys, the trophy's ready," and he posts this video, and it's the trophy is sitting on his like a record player platter. And he like started it, so it's like slowly spinning around, and he's like playing Black and Black over it. I'm like, oh my god, where did this come from?
It's so good. But yeah, thanks to everybody else, and hopefully next year we will have more people show up, and it'll be bigger. And we'll look at some different spots and stuff, but. All right, guys, that's all I had. Unless you guys want to add anything else, I think that was a good show. Yeah, we made it.
Yeah.
All right, I'll see you guys next time. See you.
All right.
Later.